Welcome back. It's Thursday. That means it's time for another edition of Teacher Talk here with Regional Office of Education number 47. I'm Angie Garza, Director of Professional Learning and Educational Services at ROE 47. And we are so happy to have you back here with us today for episode 2 in our 2021-2022 Teacher Talk series. If you remember last week, we were with Yvonne Vicks as she was sharing some of the incredible work that her district was doing to welcome students back into the building. And again, this week, in the spirit of welcoming students, teachers, and families back to school, we are so happy to be with you again. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about some of the new programs and services that are going to be available to our educational communities in the 21-22 school year. So as always, in order to do that, I have some very wonderful guests in store for us this morning. And so first and foremost, I'm joined once again by my friend, colleague, and co-host, Digital Teaching and Learning Specialist, Ms. Stacy Dingus. Good morning, Ms. Stacy.
Angie, pretty fitting that we are starting a new school year and starting some new programming in our office. There has been a lot of work done around our topic today. I definitely have a lot to learn, so I am ready to get into it and hear from the experts who have really been creating this great program and learning about what they've been doing.
So Stacy, you are so right. With every new school year, we are so excited to announce new programs and services in order to be able to support not only our teachers, but our families and our educational communities. And so there's been a lot happening over the last year and a half, as far as, well, I suppose we had this little thing called a pandemic, and we've had a lot happening in our communities and just as overall as a culture. And so as last spring, we were thinking about welcoming our students back for this school year and whatever our new quote unquote normal is for this year. We had some pretty intensive conversations in our office about how could we best support not only the students, but the families as they continue to navigate through some of these unprecedented times. And so out of that evolved a new program for our Lee, Ogle, and Whiteside families called Nexus. And so as we're looking at our guests today, I'm very pleased to welcome a very familiar face, but in a little bit of a different role, Ms. Diana Meridian, who is the new Nexus Program Coordinator. Good morning, Diana. Welcome to Teacher Talk. It's so wonderful to see you in this role. And I know that you've been doing a lot of work with getting this up and running for our students and families. And you thankfully did not have to do that alone. So we are also pleased to introduce this morning Michelle Elmendorf, who is one of our new family support specialists. So good morning, Michelle. Welcome.
Thank you so much for including me in your Teacher Talk today.
Well, thank you for being here. We look forward to having you share more about yourself and a little bit more about this program. We're also really excited to welcome to our office and to Teacher Talk this morning, Ashley Teal. Ashley Teal is another one of our family support specialists in the Nexus program. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Angie. Thanks for having me this morning.
Thank you for being here. So we are going to get right to it, my friends. Lots of important information to share about the Nexus program. So I'm going to start with Diana. Diana, can you tell me a little bit about the Nexus program? What is, when we say Nexus, what does that mean? And what is this going to look like in theory? What's the vision for this Nexus program?
So our vision for the whole Nexus program is supporting the whole family, whether that's a kiddo that's in preschool to a middle schooler, high schooler, supporting the parents, supporting grandparents if they may be raising their grandkids, and just kind of coming at it from a different angle within education. We know that if we can support the whole family, that the children can come to school ready and willing to learn. And we really want to be able to kind of change the way we look at education and look at family support.
So this is a very ambitious goal for you and your team. We have dared to ask the question, why can't we? Why can't we influence the home environment? Why can't we help families and make some positive changes? And so that's a big undertaking for several of our districts, which I hope you'll tell us a little bit more about. But what kinds of staff or people will you have to support this effort? We've met Ashley and Michelle. Can you tell us about your team?
So yes, I am so pleased to be working with such a great group at the ROE and with Ashley and Michelle. I just think our team is awesome. Total combined, we have over 25 years worth of experience working and supporting families in various areas of their life and different needs that they have. And so we're just really excited to be able to offer this. We're very passionate. We, hit the ground running. We've taken models of other programs that have worked in other kind of morphed them into this kind of new and innovative way to look at family support and education. And so we're really excited to be able to kind of, support our whole community, really. And so, I'll pass it over to Ashley, and she can kind of give a little bit about herself and kind of her background and, kind of get to know the whole team.
Hi, so I am super excited to be a part of this program because for the past few years, I have just been working in the preschool world. So it's exciting to know that we're going to be able to expand our services to the whole family rather than just limiting to certain ages. I'm excited that I'm going to be working with Rock Falls District because I'm also working with the preschool over there. I'm also going to be working with Montmorency and East Coloma.
Hi, I am super excited to be on the Nexus team as well. I joined the team from being a probation officer for over 10 years, so I am very much looking forward to working with families in a different role and kind of helping to assist them on a more preventative side. There are so many families in our communities who simply aren't aware of the services that are there to offer to them. So I'm really looking forward to the three of us being able to go out and be helpful in a way that we haven't been before.
It definitely sounds like we have a great team ready to tackle this great project. Let's talk a little bit about the supports. We keep hearing supporting families. So let's talk a little bit about what that support looks like.
We're going to be able to support whether it's trying to find housing or support with unemployment, kind of navigating those systems. Also, whether they need help with food or utilities. Trying to make sure that we have those applications and paperwork completed. If families are in need of, getting to the food bank, we're able to kind of work with those food banks to maybe deliver food to people who might not have transportation or they might be isolated geographically compared to where their food bank or food pantry is. Also just kind of working, like at Nexus between our community agencies, between the schools, just kind of overall support. And so we're just trying to kind of fill those gaps where some might be facing. We have a lot of different parent education series that we're working on, trying to kind of chip away at those chronic stresses and traumas that we're all kind of facing. This last few years been really tough for everybody. I can't think of one person that has not been affected by some type of experience. And so we really want to be able to support them.
Diana, what about for the teachers? If I'm a teacher and I'm listening to this teacher talk and thinking this sounds amazing, how can I get my hands on more information about this? Or what type of support can this program give to me as a teacher inside the classroom?
So we are working with 12 out of the 24 school districts that we have. We have Amboy, AFC, Polo, Pawpaw, Byron, Oregon, Rock Falls Elementary, East Coloma, Montmorency, Morrison, Bi-County, and Prophetstown. So those school districts are partnering with us, and we're very excited to be able to support the families within those districts, but then also support the teachers and staff. We know that when we are able to support all teachers and staff in those districts, we're benefiting every student, every family, because we're supporting them. One of the big things that we're kind of doing differently, in addition to the work that we already do at the ROE, is kind of offering not only professional development, but personal development. We're going to be working on the teachers and staff's own social emotional concerns, their own trauma that they might have been going through this last year. It's not therapy. We're not clinical therapists, but we're going to be able to offer a support that's structured for teachers and staff to kind of come and reflect on some challenging things that they might be going through, and they might not have an outlet to seek support. If we had teachers and staff that needed more support than we are able to provide, more clinical or anything like that, we have a wonderful program, and we've done a teacher talk on it before about IRIS, and we would be able to also get them referred to additional support should the teachers and staff need even further. We want to make sure that we're that nexus between the families in the school and the staff and knowing whatever they need. We also know that some of our staff are families themselves. They have kiddos and they're kind of going through their own things. So we want to make sure that we're supporting everybody, no matter the age, no matter the profession.
So as I listen to all of you kind of identify some highlights of some of the services that we're going to be able to provide to our schools, our communities, and our families, I get really excited. So I'm curious, as we kind of close out our time this morning, from each of your perspectives, what excites you about this work, about this new program? I'm going to start with Ashley. What's exciting to you? What are you looking forward to?
I am just so excited to be able to help the families as a whole. It's kind of challenging sometimes working in other programs where you just have to work with certain aged kids. So I'm super excited to be able to help the whole family instead of just one or two kiddos.
That certainly is really powerful, Ashley. It seems like we have a lot of support for our earliest learners and connecting them with and their families with services and supports. But then after that, it maybe kind of peters out. And so what a wonderful opportunity to extend that work and those conversations with all of our families. How about you, Michelle? What speaks to you about this program? What makes you excited?
I am excited for so many reasons. I'm going to be working with families in Byron, Oregon, AFC, and Morrison, and wherever else I'm sent to with regards to the many schools that are signing on with us, which is amazing. I think that life is really good and stress can be very situational, and sometimes we just need someone to help kind of pull us through it. So I'm excited to do this in a more fun way and, to pull out the positives in the families and remind them, help to, connect them to services and remind them that life is good.
Life is good. We have to try to find the joy in the places where we can find it. So thank you. How about you, Diana? You were really, our front runner with all of this work and conversations. And we really kind of took a springboard off of the work that you were able to do with the Rock Falls preschool last year and use that as a model to expand services. So as you reflect and look forward at the same time, what excites you? What really makes you passionate about this program?
Well, to say that I am excited about this program is probably like the understatement of the year, as many can attest. This program, we pitched it to our school districts in May, and the work that we've done, that we're actually able to be here right now as school is starting and offering this to our families, that we've pretty much built this from the ground up. It's so exciting that we're able to work within our communities and really provide support and lasting change. that's also exciting. And then I think the one thing that I'm just even more excited about is that I often, I work with families. I'm not the one really doing the work. They're doing the work. I just get to be a part of their journey. I just get to be a part of, being there. And so that's the most rewarding thing of this whole program is just that, we're able to kind of show what progress they've made, the successes they've had, and just kind of shine that light on that. And, when some things can be so dark, just to be able to have positive relationships with other people, that's the thing I think that I'm probably the most excited about. But yes, I mean, pretty much it's just been like kind of a whirlwind, and just it's been an amazing few months, and I can't wait what the next few years are going to be like.
Diana, one of the things that I took from what you said is this idea of hope. And so as we continue to negotiate as a community, as a state, as a nation, through some pretty probably continued choppy waters when it comes to the pandemic and transitioning our students back to school and making a variety of other transitions in our families. It's so nice to know that there is hope, there is joy, and there most importantly is support available out there for families and for teachers alike to successfully navigate this school year and beyond as we look at the Nexus program. So thank you so much for sharing your passion for this program, for sharing a little bit more about what this program is all about. Facebook friends, if you're out there listening and you would like more information, please head on over to our website at www.roe47.org and visit our Nexus page, or please feel free to reach out to Diana, Michelle, or Ashley to find out more about the program. I know that these three ladies are going to be very busy in the coming weeks, setting up meetings with our partner districts and really launching the school year and those supports and services. So you will be hearing from them and seeing more of their faces out in our community. And we would love to touch base and follow up with you three in a few months, just to kind of see how it's going and get an update on all the wonderful work that you're doing. Friends, it is that time. We are at the end of our teacher talk for this Thursday. Thank you so much for tuning in on behalf of my friend, colleague, and co-host, Ms. Stacy Dingus, as well as my wonderful friends and Nexus superstars, Diana Meridian, Michelle Elmendorf, and Ashley Teal. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. And please don't forget to check back in next week, same bat time, same bat channel. That's Thursday, for another edition of Teacher Talk.